Ayodele, power sector analyst and legal practitioner. Ayodele, I'll come to you right away. I mean, the National Electricity Grid is a network of GENCOs, DISCOs, and you have the TCN, which the government has 100%. 11 DISCOs, 6 GENCOs have been privatized. Government owns, like I said just a while ago, 100% of the TCN, yet Nigerians suffer from epileptic power supply, grid collapse, like I shared with him at the beginning, 10 times this year alone in 2024. Will it be correct to say that apparently this privatization didn't work as well as intended, or it's not even working as well as optimally as expected?
Well, you can say that it's not worked as we expected it to work, but usually we can always say this in hindsight. At that time, and I say this because I was involved in several of those transactions, the intention was to take it away from partisanship, take it away from the public failure we had seen, and move it closer to having private sector run it and run it profitably and successfully. But there were historical challenges, and we've not successfully dealt with those challenges. So historically, there's been the issue, you know, and monies that were supposed to be spent were not spent the way they should have been spent. The right things were not done. It was a mess, right? And we've not gotten out of that mess. And even if you look at the privatization, I dare say in some cases the guys who bought weren't the best people. But if you don't play the lottery, you don't win. Those are the only guys who bid. There was hardly any, I don't think there was any international bidder who went beyond the first phase. No international lender apart from a South African bank, which pulled out last minute. So all of this suggested that there were probably issues, fundamental issues they could see. We, out of whether excitement or being patriotic Nigerians, didn't see, and everybody thought it was next oil. Unfortunately, it's not panned out. Handover was November 2013. If I remember accurately, and this is what, 11 years, going to 12 years, will be 12 years next year, and not very much has changed with the frequent, and I think the grid collapses are probably 12 or 13, not 10. You know, we had partial and we had the total grid collapses. So yes, it's been a challenge, not been as successful as we expected, nowhere near what we expected it will be. But in my view, at that time, that was the best decision to privatize.